So fast-paced updates coming in from Rajasthan. You've got the BSP now filing a petition in the High Court to become a party in the power tussle case. Remember, a BJP MLA had filed a petition in the Rajasthan High Court for the disqualification of 6 BSP MLAs who had in fact merged with the Congress. So against these turncoats, the BJP sought action. Now you've got the BSP seeking to be made a party in this case. Dave, interesting development this. The BSP has already issued a whip to its MLA saying very clearly if there is a floor test, they have to vote against the government. However, a disqualification in this regard will no doubt mean trouble for the Gehlot government.
Well, you know, Akshita, it is yet to be seen that how much meaning does this whip by the Bahujan Samaj Party hold? Because remember, last year, all of these 6 MLAs of the BSP had en masse moved to the Congress. They had merged into the Congress. But now, given the kind of constitutional crisis that the Rajasthan politics and the Rajasthan government finds itself in, then the BSP coming forward and mentioning that this whip is issued and they have to follow the whip, perhaps may not hold any meaning. Also, today there is a case that is listed in the Rajasthan High Court which was filed by the BJP leader Madan Dilawar, in which the Rajasthan High Court will be listening to this matter. Dilawar had challenged the merger of the BSP MLAs into the Congress, and remember, if the High Court passes an adverse judgment in this case as far as the BSP MLAs are concerned, which could adversely affect the Rajasthan government, then the Rajasthan government can come into minority, because right now we believe that Rajasthan government led by Ashok Gehlot has 102 members, and if you subtract 6 of these MLAs, then definitely it will come into minority. So, it will be interesting to take note of as to how the developments follow in the Rajasthan High Court and what the fate of these 6 BSP MLAs is. Because remember, even during the earlier tenure of Ashok Gehlot, the same kind of thing happened. 6 BSP MLAs were merged into the Congress, and yet again this has happened, and BSP Supremo Mayawati has alleged that Ashok Gehlot has betrayed her, that earlier these MLAs were supporting the Congress from outside, but Gehlot, somehow managed to have these MLAs join the Congress so as to ensure that his government is in majority.
And is it because of these updates that the Gehlot government at this point is hesitating to really tell the governor that they want to bring a motion of confidence? Maushami, that is the question about whether the Gehlot government now has doubts over whether they really have the numbers in the assembly, which they were very, very confident of maybe just 24 hours ago.
It's a very borderline case, and Ashok Gehlot knows better than many others that how it is to reach the finishing line. He did beat Sachin Pilot last time when they were rallying for the Chief Minister's post, and he has had contemporaries in his political career that have spanned different generations. So very importantly, the Congress has been on a very sticky wicket on this count, and as they've said, if you look at the Congress numbers, 88 plus 10 independents, that is about 98, and you have 6 others. So if you look at the entire figures, they don't look very hunky-dory, and a -6 will definitely put the Ashok Gehlot government in minority. So be it that the Congress wants to rake up a political battle and in fact had put the ball in the governor's court, the governor being the astute politician, he's also had a very prolific political career, has been in Uttar Pradesh for a long while, has handled affairs in the union ministry as well. So very importantly, the governor playing it very, very smart as far as the rule book is concerned, has asked certain questions and referred it back to the state government. The Congress is in a tight spot. Now it will have to answer whether it wants to call an assembly session for a trust vote, or is it only for the affairs of the state.
And as this gets dragged on legally, as well as, with the governor and his decision to call for a session or not, the more it drags on, the more it's going to be a setback for Ashok Gehlot. He'll want things to move fast, considering that MLAs are sitting in the Fairmont Hotel, perhaps very restless also seeing all these developments. Maushami and Dave, thank you for joining us with all the latest updates on the Rajasthan political crisis.
Hi everyone, Preeti Chaudhary here. Hope you like this video. For latest news and analysis, Like and subscribe to the India Today YouTube channel. And don't forget to press the bell icon to stay updated. Thank you for watching.